Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. Last night we got some additional notes dropped for the maintenance and what's coming up this week in the changes to Marvel Future Revolution. There's some Dark Zone stuff we want to talk about. We were kind of questioning some things that were going to happen. We have a little bit more light and we're going to talk about that. Is this going to be really free to play friendly? I don't know. I've got some questions about it. So we actually had a different video plan for today, but saw some of this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some of this out and get some thoughts out there and also see what people are thinking. We'll see how the game mode shakes out. There's still, I mean, we got to see what it is in game, but I definitely got some concerns about this. So let's check it out.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so I'm shooting this on Tuesday, July 5th. We just got this dev note last night, or not the dev note, but the maintenance update, which is basically saying it's happening tonight. There was some question on exactly when this is going to happen. So tonight, we are going to get the maintenance. All right. One of the things we're going to get is the color slot changer times 500 for the core slots. That's specific to the badges. We'll see, and I'm going through this pretty quickly, but we'll see how many of those actually apply. Do you need 100 to do it? Do you need 200 to do it? Do you need 1,000 to do it? We don't know. So anyway, we're going to see, we're going to talk about some things that are going to come in here, and let's look at the detailed notes as opposed to the general maintenance note. That's the same thing where it's talking about when it's happened. So today's target will change. This has to do with the most wanted. Prime targets are now going to spawn as a today's target. This is basically just, you know, you normally had just your regular minis that you were going to go after for most wanted. Now you're going to get a prime target. As I said before, my concern with this only is that if it's like a lot of Hellas and any of the lower power players might have a hard time with that. They certainly are going to need some help. And, you know, even higher tier players, sometimes Hela is a pain in the butt. So we'll see how that shakes out. The new invasion here, Gore the God Butcher, that's nothing to be, that's no surprise there. That was expected. Basically, he's got Thor, you know, you got to go free Thor, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do this. And it looks like, I'm assuming the recommended power is going to be about the same. It doesn't show exactly there, but that's coming. Let's see, level 50 required, 5 difficulty levels. Oh, there is one change though here that they did put in, which I'm a little torn about, honestly. Let's see, where does it say it? Basically, you used to do it. Oh yeah, the rewards can be claimed twice a day. So this used to be 3 times a day instead of twice. The part of me that doesn't like this is that I have less rewards, unless they took the third chance and shifted over to the second or distributed them in the first 2, then I'm fine. What I do like about this is now I only have to do it twice a day as opposed to 3 times a day. I like that part of it because anytime that we have alliance raids and DZ and, you know, multiple invasions, it definitely felt burdensome. And we still got squad battles out in the ether, which is a completely different topic. But anyway, so that part I'm a little, I don't know. Reward count is shared among all difficulty levels. I don't know what that means necessarily, but okay. Agents can acquire points even after using all of the reward counts. I get that. So, oh, reward counts. Yeah, so basically you use your rewards for each level that you do. I already knew, we all sort of knew that. So, you know what also is interested about this is previously you could get to level 5 in the second day. Now that might not, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that shakes out, but I don't like stuff like that. We need more rewards in this game, not less. So up to 2 reward counts are provided daily, but if you want more epic and major rewards, you can do so. You can purchase reward tickets, no kidding. Using gold or crystals, you could get 1 for 100,000 twice a week, or you could do crystals. We'll get to crystals later. You're not going to see a lot of people doing crystals for this, but we'll see how that shakes out. Epic invasion, celebration event, prepared some exciting events. That's great. Let's see, Dark Zone reconfiguration. So this is the crux of this video that I want to talk about. They talk about the original purpose of it, but the situation with a growing gap between agents is growing day by day. So they were some were reluctant to play Dark Zone and feel burdened to complete with other agents. So they've decided to reconfigure it. So remember, the crux of it is growing gap, some people not wanting to go. All right, so non-PvP channel added. So they are taking one of the 3 PvP channels and making it a PvE channel. All right, so and it says right here that 2 are PvP, one's non-PvP, as they're calling it. Point distribution for these is dramatically different, as expected. The non-PvP zone, you're going to be able to go in and get your rewards, but don't expect to rank super well in the Dark Zone final rankings because the points are substantially less. You won't be interrupted, but you're going to get less points in here. So I expect that. I think this is fair. If you're going to not have any competition for it, you should get less points. You're not going to convince me differently of that. Whether the points are equal or not, I think it's probably fine. Dark Zone activity time reconfiguration. Instead of 1 hour, it's now 30 minutes. All right, the reward reconfiguration. This is, let's talk about this specifically. The daily reward count for defeating targets is removed. Great, yay, we're all happy. Rewards will become reconfigured so agents will be able to claim unlimited rewards for defeating targets within the given time. Okay, so before you could do primes twice, you could do the normal or the minis, we call them, is 7 times. Now it's unlimited, but the question is, what do you get for that unlimited? What do you get, right? What do you get? It's the biggest question. Dark Zone tokens can be acquired as a weekly rank. So I made a mistake earlier, and I'll get to we get more Dark Zone tokens, generally speaking. Great. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. What is that difference in tokens going to give you? Like down here, it's 300 token difference. It's 250 here. It's yeah, it's 250 there as well. So it looks like it's, it gets a little bit low, but it's basically 250 and up difference. Here it's 900. So you're getting more tokens. Great. What are we going to be using them for? Or why? All right. Prime target defeat rewards is going to be changed. The only change in this is you're losing the free crystals. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be mad about that. They're not going to give us free crystals at an unlimited rate within that 30-minute window. It's just not going to happen. So the question is going to be, where do these crystals get displaced to? Are they going to get displaced? The part that I misread was the Dark Zone points. You don't get Dark Zone tokens. I was thinking, oh, you get unlimited opportunities at primes for Dark Zone tokens. Great. Then you can go to the store and use those tokens for maybe the crystals. But right now you don't get that. You get unlimited Dark Zone points. So it's just a competition amongst you and your peers. All right, so it's not there. And then it's like purchase of limit of draw ticket selection box from Dark Zone exchange shop will be changed. So you can now get more of those each week. Okay, so that's great. So you have more ways to use those points. All right, well, I don't see anything about where those free crystals are going to be. Now, one thing I'm going to say right now is Netmarble, do not put those free crystals into squad battles. If you are thinking about doing that, I think you're going to have a lot of people who are just going to tune out. They are just going to tune out, and I don't think this game can afford that at this point at all. Let's see if there's anything else in here that's going to show it. Exit time limited. All right, so that's a different subject. So right now, I'm just going to say it doesn't seem to show where these free crystals go. I'm not really sure exactly what, it doesn't say anything about the minis rewards changing. So I think that's great. You're going to still get, a bunch of card fodder, which frankly is needed in minis. And I will say that if you're an alliance like mine, you're going to have to learn to make sure everybody gets to a mini before defeating it. People running in there in auto, you're going to have raging within your alliances because people aren't going to get to where they're going. And especially in Netmarble, what about walkers? Like it is a terrible experience for walkers in Dark Zone. And now you're going to want to have flyers going, I need to get as many as possible. You're slowing me up. You're slowing me up. I'm doing everything I can. I'm speeding. Anyway, you can't get there. So I'm interested to see how that drama plays out. I'm sure it's going to be ugly, but we'll see. All right, so exit time limited. Well, to put a cap on that, the free crystal thing, Netmarble, please figure that out. I think you're going to get a lot of people upset. Even if not a lot of people got the free crystals, or only a handful of people would go in there and try to get their first place primes. A lot of people count on those crystals, and you don't want to lose those people. I think you want to make sure to put that somewhere in the game. All right, exit time limited. Dark Zone exit time will be added. All right, what does that mean? If you wish to leave the Dark Zone, you must schedule an exit time. Just reading that by itself sort of freaks me out. I don't know what that means. I don't like it at its just reading. I'm like, I don't want to have to schedule anything. Like, I just let me come in, let me leave. Agents will be able to automatically exit from Dark Zone after setting the exit time. Now, again, part of me, so what is this to curtail? This is to curtail people jumping zones. This is people to curtail people who, you know, just try to come in and zone out immediately, which we know some people who they come in and think they're doing something and zone out immediately, and it's like, that's pointless. It doesn't do anything. So I get that aspect of it. But what about the person who needs to come in for, you know, I'm going to play Dark Zone. Oh, my kid just came in. I need to step away for a second, or my partner needs something. Like, what is that? Or, you know, someone comes to my front door. I need to go get that. I need to step out of Dark Zone. So depending how limited this is going to depend what my reaction is to it. I'm a little concerned about it, but I could see the value in it. So for right now, I'm tentatively okay with it. The crystal thing, not. They need to figure that out, and unfortunately, they didn't proactively say something I think they should have. All right, Alliance Raid Alarm Improvement. This is still in Dark Zone. I'm actually really happy for this. That you know, whenever you have the Alliance Raid thing popping up, it is super annoying when you're in Dark Zone for that thing to pop up. They've now taken it so that it won't do that. It's not a distraction. I'm actually happy about that. All right, Battle Badge Transmute Core slot function is going to be added. They talked about this. The core color changes can be changed. The color can be changed at a given rate. Consuming gold and color slot color changer. Core slot color changer. All right, that's the 500. So I guess, again, it just depends how much it consumes. We just don't know yet. Transmute core slot function can be found in the Manage Cores menu. List of battle badges that can undergo transmute core slot will be displayed upon tapping. Make sure that you don't have any cores on it, and then you do it. Again, I think this is great. You can't get the same color right after what you've got. I think that's fantastic. Core slot changer can be acquired from shop bundle as today's target's defeat rewards. Choose either to keep the current core, and I like that you can pick either one, so that's good in case it's something you absolutely don't want. All right, so anyway, this is good. A thumbs up all around on it, just depending how much it costs and how easy it is. I don't expect it to be super easy, but I think over time, as we build them up, I think it's going to probably play itself to be pretty solid. Specialization preset added, a thumbs up all around. There is something here that I found interesting. The preset at the currently equipped specialization will be displayed at the bottom of the equipped specialization, a recommended specialization change screen. Preset cannot be changed during battle, so make sure to change if your preserved preset beforehand. So that's critical, not anything different. The one part that I found interesting is the currently equipped recommended specialization list will be compared. If the two are different, the equip button will activate. If the two of them are the same, it will not. So I'm not really sure, like, so does that mean I have to change my set, like my presets, and then if my specializations also or change, I have to also click equip? Okay, it seems a little weird. It's like, shouldn't it just know that if I'm going from A to B that I want the B set of specializations? I don't know, maybe that's a coding thing. I just find that a little odd, and I'm going to be interested to see how it plays out. All right, Mighty Thor, she's going to be added as a companion to game. No surprise. I do see some people frustrated that additional companions keep coming to the game. Frankly, I know this is going to happen. I'm whatever about it. Unless a companion is something that really tickles my fancy, I don't care. The collection stat, shock damage decrease. I'm not surprised some of those are popping up because it's a multiplier of some specific tunes. Flame damage is probably coming flame damage decrease is probably coming at some point. They're not dramatic increases, so I'm not really going to worry. I mean, it's nice, but it's not anything that's going to nerf Star-Lord or Storm or anything like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but I'm not letting that affect me at all. So Mighty Thor releases thunder enemies to deal damage and spread to nearby enemies. Damage amplified each time it spreads. All right, so it's an AoE, and the last I wonder if how long it keeps going around. So this seems like it could be a fun Omega War type thing. It could be fun for PvE as well. The bonus stats on it, total damage and attack, are both really good. The collection stat, like I said, I don't really care about too much. But again, I don't even have Loki or Kate Bishop able to be used yet. So companions are hard to get. I'm not really stressing about these things. I think anybody who really wants to spend crazy and it must be at the top tier of things, that's more for them. I think you're going to compete just fine without it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Squad rank expansion from 300 to 500. We already knew this was coming. One of the things that I did find interesting is that they are going to increase some of the XP that we get from daily challenges and Spec Ops. The Spec Ops one, look at how much that is. So that they are clearly leaning into wanting people to do Spec Ops. So I fully expect all of my Whale and Kraken friends who ignored Spec Ops because they didn't care about it are now going to want to do that because of this expansion. So we'll see how that shakes out. But either way, I was surprised to see it that much. I'm still curious to see what the level increases are going to be as well, or how much it takes. Reward is going to be added to training grounds, so you're going to get squad power material boxes. So that's one more way to get that squad power built up a little bit. But note that it's not going to be available in the Hydra Empire region, so just make sure you go in the other three. Go get that. It talks about deleting account if you want. Cool. I'm okay. Anybody who wants to delete their account. Frankly, even if you quit the game, I would not delete your account, because at some point maybe the game gets to a status that you like and you want to come back, etc. All right, so they buffed Thor Companion. It used to be decreased attack by 30% for 8 seconds. Now it's 44%. It's a pretty good buff, actually. So that's awesome, and that's based on skill level 20. Let's see, Alliance Raider improvement. So this is the Alliance Raid selection hero will be improved so that agents can view which hero is currently queued, has participated, and can participate for clarity. So I was talking to some people. Anybody who's moving cards around sometimes isn't sure if they've used a character or not. This will help them. I think this is a great improvement. Participation info screen will be improved. Currently equipped main companion, so we know who everybody's using, which is great. Alliance Raid can be started at the participation info screen, which again is great. All preset can be changed in the participation info screen. Also great. So that way, as you're in there and seeing and planning, you can change what you need to. Participation info pop-up will display after selecting the participation hero. Great. Today's target will be improved. So this again is talking about most wanted type things. So before defeating a prime, actually, hold on, let's make sure. Most wanted prime targets will spawn. Today's target defeat reward and additional rewards will be changed. So before we got squad rank XP for normal, that's what we got for both of them. Now for a normal, you get a core slots color changer. So that's some extra for those core slot changes. Prime target, you also get a today's target reward box. So whatever's in that box, I'm not expecting anything great, but we're gonna get something. And then after, for New Stark City, Midgardia, Sakaar, Dark Domain, it's adding some different boxes in here so that you get squad power material selection box in New Stark City through Midgardia. That is very interesting. Sakaar training time ticket, and then Dark Domain core slot color changer. So I actually didn't know this, but apparently you can get more stuff from the lower levels. That is interesting. Something to think about if you want to actually, do you want more costume boxes? I wonder how long people stay on those to be able to do that. The only way to do that is if you have a character logged in at that level. So I think what they do for that is they allow people to come in and get what they need quicker so they can build up fists, or it's a catch-up mechanic, which I get. But I don't think people are there that long, and you have to be logged in on that character for that thing to pop up, or you log into that character and refresh it to get it. So that might be a strategy for y'all, and that might be a good thing to keep from here. If you got any character level in that range, I would consider maybe doing your most wanted on that. That seems, I mean, I know some things aren't going to be as high, but as far as squad rank, but that I'd rather have all of these things. I didn't actually realize that was a difference. I would highly recommend doing that. Most wanted is going to be improved. Information of spawn. Most wanted targets can now be checked. The gateway, I love that. Dark zone, it's going to be the same thing. Specialization presets. Gold will not be consumed upon unequipping specialization. Please give me all my gold back for that. That'd be awesome. HUD will be improved, so a pop-up that directly leads to corresponding menu from the main screen. Great. I appreciate stuff like that. Items will be searchable. The remaining stackable items will automatically add up. Okay. By the way, on that, they should also make it so you can like shift, push, click, or whatever you want to call it, and remove some items, because sometimes you just want to take 500 health pots from something and go send them to somebody else. Can't do that currently. Number of times an event can be done will be displayed separately. All right, and then it's got a bunch of fixes. I think the biggest fix that I remember seeing in here was this Scarlet Witch fix. Here it is. So the Scarlet Witch skill, Language of Demise Runic Absorption, is gonna be fixed. intermittently not applying is going to be fixed. There's a bunch of other stuff in here. Suppress things, message pop-ups, defeating a mega war people. I don't remember seeing anything that was really like game changing in here other than Scarlet Witch getting fixed, which was good and critical for anybody who was playing her and using that ability, which is a big one. Shout out to my guy Rob there. And let's see. Yeah, so there's some red dot buttons that weren't there. By the way, please add in a red dot for dailies. I want to know which ones I haven't done yet, meaning my blitz, my most wanted. Why don't I have red dot? I have red dots for everything else but that. Then we got some event changes and offer events ending and offers ending. So that's what they got in here. I want to do a quick video on this before it kind of came, or I wasn't originally planning on doing this, but that DZ crystal thing is interesting. The exit time is interesting. Let me know what your thoughts are on Fortnite. Netmarble, please add those crystals somewhere in game. Free to play, really need to find a way to be able to engage, to compete as best they can, and that was a critical way for a lot of them to do it. So if you haven't put those somewhere, I would highly recommend figuring out a way to do that in like the next week. I think it's super critical to have in the game. So appreciate you guys making this far. You want to hammer down like buttons, notification bells, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, grandma, grandpas. We'll appreciate you. Until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.